My name is Sean Wortherspoon. We are in my creative space. When we actually opened our first store, it was about 4 or 5 years ago, so I think I was 22, 23, around that range. But me and Chris were doing something called Round 2 Vintage a few years even previous to that, so I would say I started my whole Round 2 journey maybe around 19 or so. And even previous to that was like other vintage, like I had something called the Sneaker Gnome or the World's Smallest Boutique. And so I was like doing things along, but Round 2 really started probably like 19, 20, yeah. The DW5600 stands out to me because this is like, look, I collect and I curate vintage. So I'm constantly looking at like old outfits, what people were wearing then, you know, like the accessories and stuff like that. And this is a watch that would constantly come up like in my little vintage journey, you know, like I find OG and original ones of these non-stop at the flea, like crazy colors, different combos, like it's sick. It's like, this is like a staple, you know, 90s streetwear piece, like it's dope. You'll see it on a lot of people's outfits and stuff from back then if you're looking through old rap magazines, Sports Illustrateds, whatever it is. Yeah, I guess being as this was made in the 80s and I mean the design of it's obviously like derived from what was going on then, it just, to me, it just looks 80s, like it's sick. Like you look at it and you're like, man, this is like an 80s, 90s piece, like it's sick, yeah. Yeah, actually I do. The first time I saw a GShock watch, I was in elementary school. I want to say it was like 3rd grade or something like that. And I was in the cafeteria and there was like this Japanese kid in my class and he had a really dope GShock. I honestly think it may have been like this watch. And all the other kids in the class were like making fun of him because it was like such a technical thing. They were like, I don't know, they were just making fun of him and I felt so bad. And I remember I went up to him at lunch and I was like, yo, your watch is like super cool. You know, I was like, don't worry about that. You know, and that was like the first time I saw like a GShock, and I didn't know it was a GShock then obviously, but like later in life when I like, you know, remembered that story, I was like, oh shit, GShock, you know, like that's tight. So dude, that was the first moment, yeah. I think what propelled my success so far in this industry is just my drive. Like I'm really obsessive, and I always like bring that up in interviews and stuff. Like I just obsess, and like this is like a thing that I've like fallen in love with, and so I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just gonna keep like pushing the hardest, working as much as I can. Like I love it. So it's like such a lucky thing to like love your work, because then you just kill it. So I think that's where I'm really lucky. I love what I do so much that I've been able to just reflect that in, you know, in my stores and stuff. And it's just like, I don't know. I think that really feeds into success. People just vibe it. Instant, classic, sleek.